Of course, trauma is to be expected as part of a protest, and the so-called victims have insurance. Let's go to Donald Moen, who is live on the scene.
Hi, I'm Ulysses.
And I'm Henry.
And this is Comics Odyssey, the podcast on comics extraordinaire. There is no better one. So like, comment, and subscribe. And as you saw at the opening of this podcast, an amazing trailer for the Kickstarter comic called Threat Quotient, written by our co-host here, Henry. Yeah, I'm very excited to be backing this. This episode will come out in early April, so the Kickstarter will be live at that point, right?
Yeah. So the Kickstarter starts on April 28th. The Fund My Comic will start on April 7th.
Okay. So we'll be linking to that below, and I'll have backed it no doubt by that point. Looks like a pretty epic thing. You got so many characters. When I finally get the book, I think I want to draw the oh dang, I know his name, the stealth guy, the camouflage guy.
Oh, the Phantom Raider.
Phantom Raider. That's the guy I'm thinking I want to draw as a fan art.
Cool.
Yeah. I have an idea of like where to place him to like really make his camo look cool.
Yeah, he's my street level hero. So, I'd like to see that.
So, good luck with the campaign. Today we're going to do an episode on Detective Comics 585 and 586, featuring the Ratcatcher. It's written by Alan Grant with John Wagner. I feel like maybe Alan Grant was getting kind of mentored by John Wagner. Or maybe the other way around.
What makes you think that?
Pure guess.
Okay.
I don't know how it works. Credits, like when you have two writers, what that means or whatever. But
Yeah, it was getting complicated at this point in the Bronze Age, where they had quite a few credits on there. So people getting very hyper specialized.
Pencils by Norm Brayfogle. Solid artist. The cover art is, oh dang, I forgot his name. It's Williams Bingham.
Oh,
Bingham.
I could probably look at it right here.
It's Bingham. Yeah, you have the original of this, eh?
I do.
Jerry Bingham.
Okay, beat me to it.
For the cover. Yeah, Jerry Bingham. I did go to my local comic shop to see if they had these issues, but they didn't have the 580s. Yeah. Todd Klein letters. Ricardo Villagran inker. I don't know that inker. So this cover I think is awesome. Yeah, I was really drawn to this cover, even though the colors, a lot of the colors are sickly, sickly green, but that's
appropriate.
It's intentional. He's in a sewer, right?
Yeah.
But I love like the searing blue in chunks, but is broken up by these, like green colored rats.
Yeah.
So it's like a scatter shot of blue that matches the logo. I just think it's so cool.
It really reminds me of like some of the pulpy cover art from the old from the old Men's Adventure magazines. So I'm not sure if that would technically be pulp or glossies, but yeah, it looks like it came right out of that. The only difference is he's wearing a Batman costume.
Mm-hmm. I love it. The whole thing is so it's plot A and plot B, and as a writer, because I haven't pulled it off yet in a comic book, I find that impressive, like, so that eventually they intersect and become a singular plot. I don't know if there's a technical word for that or what, but
collage maybe.
So yeah, the Batman's on a stakeout for like a weapons deal,
right?
And then underground there's a prison break. So this is an interesting twist here, because you're like, oh dang, like the prisoner's escaping. You don't want the bad guy to escape, right?
Right.
He does escape, and Batman intercepts the weapons deal. But then, as you see the prisoner escape, which is like drawn like quite tense,
Yes.
dark panels, close-ups. You see the rats come in, and you realize he was a prisoner of the Ratcatcher. So suddenly you become sympathetic to the guy you're rooting against.
And the Ratcatcher calls him a judge. I think I saw that when I was skimming through it.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Ratcatcher's imprisoned a bunch of people that like he feels did him wrong, right?
Yes.
So he's got them, and so the guy comes out of manages to escape out of a sewer, which is right next to where the weapons deal was going down, and Batman kind of finds him.
Yeah.
Right, it's like as he's beating up these weapons dealers. Right, this is where the plots intersect.
Right. Converge. How are you liking that onomatopoeia, by the way?
Which one? Clunk?
Well, go back. But I have something to say about the clunk, too. Go back another one.
Yarg?
Right there.
Fratch?
For
That's a good
doom.
one. I love how it's drawn here.
Yeah. Oh, go back one more page, because I want to show you something I really enjoyed. Their bottom right corner, that panel right there, the dude's going for a weapon in his trunk. And Batman's just like efficient use of nearby resources, slams it on his hand.
Yeah.
And then later on, there's another one. He slams another guy's head in that trunk.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be complicated.
Right? And that's the
slam
old
the door
school
on it.
Batman. I really like that. That's the way he started out, like in the golden age, as
More blunt.
more of a vigilante,
Yeah. Not so slick.
Not that I mind him as the world's greatest detective. I enjoy that too. But I like that, what would you call that? That just straightforward, no nonsense, brutal efficiency.
So that Batman follows the Ratcatcher down the sewers. A little detail here I thought was cool. He just says foul stench could be noxious. Better use nose filters.
Mm-hmm.
And that factors in later when the cops try to go down in the sewers as well. They can't stand it, right?
Right.
Anyway, he does encounter the Ratcatcher.
For the record, though, nose filters would not keep that stench out of your olfactory nerves or your olfactory senses. I don't know what to call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, because you get that, you have to breathe somewhere. You breathe through your mouth, and you'll get the smell that way too.
Yeah. But the Ratcatcher's got the gas mask, so he's good. He floods the sewers to try to get Batman. Kind of flush him out.
Pwash.
Issue ends on Batman in trouble, kind of a cliffhanger here,
Right.
drowning in the sewage water.
At
And
least it's not a Paris sewer.
are they worse? What?
Well, as I understand it, I've never been there, but as I understand it, their rain sewers are synonymous with their sewers. So it all goes to the same place.
Okay.
Their storm sewers, I should say, yeah.
Does it make it worse that they have stormwater in there? Or?
No, the stormwater is fine, but the stuff from people's toilets is in there too.
Oh, so you're saying like here that you wouldn't have toilet water, it would be storm.
Right, in Gotham, I assume it's just a storm sewer, yeah.
Right, I got you. So, another awesome cover. Like both these
That
covers,
really is, yeah.
I did a analysis,
Mm-hmm.
like of the basic composition, right?
Yeah. The composition is a knockout, and the way they use light and dark is really cool.
Oh, big time. This one's got kind of like got a movement this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
This one is slash,
Yeah.
It's great. All the rat eyes, the dark.
And that's a classic way to do the cover, where they have the hero like in trouble, at the mercy of the villain, or on the verge of death or whatever. Very popular in the 80s and before that.
Yeah, I love it. Like not every time, but it's like, oh, how's he gonna get out of this?
Right. Yeah, sometimes it was nice to have a cover, showing the hero winning, like the original covers did. But they use this kind of, I don't know what you call it, this kind of hook a lot.
Yeah. I do like the Ratcatcher's costume. The whole gimmick is that it's a sanitation costume. He's got the long rubber boots there.
And at one point, he tells one of his victims something on the order of, on the authority of the Gotham Sanitation Department, I sentence you to death.
Almost like a priest here. By the powers vested in me by Gotham City Sanitation Department, I hereby sentence you to death.
There you go. Yeah.
So he's got a flair for the grandiose a little bit. Because when Batman, he first encounters Batman, he introduces himself with like a curtsy.
Does he really? I missed that.
Or something like that. Like, what does he do here? He goes down. Where is it? Let me find it. Here.
Oh, okay.
An honor indeed.
A formal
Welcome
bow.
to our humble domain. Just call me the Ratcatcher. Official as was, unofficial as is. He's got a bit of a flair, which I like.
But I don't know if that character ever came back, or if it was just these 2 issues and done.
No, I saw him used. Chuck Dixon used him in a story.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if this is his first appearance or what. Let me look it up real quick.
I think it is. Well, I suspect it is his first appearance.
Catcher. Well, that's cool. If you got the first appearance of Ratcatcher, the original one, that's cool. First appearance, Detective Comics 585. Yeah. Hopefully I can get my hands on it for not too expensive. There's great use of screen tone here, like in this one, this part here.
Yeah.
This part here, and on the cover. I wish I had the instinct for when to use it, so that it really works.
It's very cinematic, the way, well, I guess you could say that about any comic book, but just the contrast in the panel shapes and the light and dark, the different ambiance.
Mm-hmm.
There's, nothing's boring here. It's all a really solid variety of images.
Well, I thought a lot about that. Like, I think part of it is that it engages the senses so much.
Visceral is the word. I'm probably pronounced it wrong.
The what?
Would you call it visceral?
I don't know what. Oh yeah,
Visceral?
Visceral.
I'm not sure how to
Visceral,
pronounce
yeah.
it.
'Cause you probably just read it.
Yeah, and a lot of words are that way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, this is like.
Sounded like an idiot for most of my life, Ulysses.
Well, I don't think that's right. It's like if you only read it, that means you're not an idiot. This means you read a lot. But yeah, it's like they're in water. Like the sound of a rat is something that evokes a sense. The rain falling, like it uses a lot of the senses that, like the nose plugs. That means it stinks in there. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like it engages a lot of your senses.
And the panels with the rats are, I mean, you really feel icky when you look at those.
And he draws a really good rat.
Yeah.
Norm Brayfogle. Like here, Batman pukes. Like we all know what it feels to have vomited, right?
To spew, yeah.
Yeah, so. And the guys are dirty. He gives them, Ratcatcher gives him a rat to eat.
Mm.
And he's like, what is this? That's not food.
There was a close-up on Batman's face I'm sorry to interrupt. I didn't mean to
No.
break off your
Please.
chain of thought.
No, not at all.
A few pages back, that one there, he's upside down, but there's one a couple pages before that, maybe. No, it was kind of a close-up. It was his face was covering most of the panel.
Oh.
We passed it a couple times. Oh well, no big deal if you can't find it.
Maybe it's in the previous issue.
Yeah, possibly. Right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I see that, it reminds me, for some reason, it reminds me so much of Carmine Infantino,
Okay.
and the way he would draw Batman. You got a lot of lower angle portraits, close-ups of him like that.
Right.
At least I remember some, because I loved those comics from the Batmania area and the New Look era. Not just for the art, but I mean the art was so above and beyond what had come before Infantino.
Right. So anyway, Batman does, recover from his illness. And it's dark in there, and he doesn't have any more flares, so he finds some gasoline, makes a torch,
Yeah.
and the Ratcatcher sends his rats out. Or does he?
He
draw
controls them with some kind of whistle, it seems like.
Yeah. Sends them at the cops in this scene here. And the cops start shooting at him and stuff, and they're like, "Stop! You're gonna shoot our guy." Here's like another use of screen tone here.
Yeah.
It could possibly be drawn, but it kind of looks like a screen tone.
You know what I'd do if I found a can of gasoline down there?
No.
I'd drench the rats in it and set up them on fire. They'd be my torch.
Well, guess what? You and Batman think alike.
Yeah.
What I like the way he does it. He throws the canister of gasoline over across the channel here, and then throws his torch.
Right.
Burns all the rats.
A fitting in for their kind.
Yeah. Anyway, Ratcatcher does carry a revolver, and he pronounces himself the judge, jury, and executioner, and he's going to execute his prisoners.
The blind prisoner gets it in the head.
Yeah. And Batman shows up, This was a cool sequence here. Shoots Batman, who ducks, grabs a rat trap from the wall that he saw, throws it at him, snaps on his hand, so he drops the gun. But he also blocks the bullets with a chair here, which I thought was kind of...
I like how resourceful they have Batman in this story, in these two issues. Yeah. I really appreciate that. Blocking a bullet with a chair, not so sure. But one of the first comics I ever read, one of the first Batman comics I ever read, he deflected a bullet with a shovel, which probably would not work either. But but it looked real enough in the comic. And, if you get the angle just right and stuff. But yeah, I really like it when he's the James Bond style Batman.
There's a bit of a Jackie Chan feel to this action. If you watch Jackie Chan movies, like,
you know what,
very much environmental choreography.
The Jackie Chan comparison is much more apt than James Bond, so I'm going to go with that. You're right. You're absolutely right.
You can change your mind for free.
Thank you, sir.
Ratcatcher, he's in a bad way, so he's like, well, I'll get my rats, but they don't come. And Batman delivers the final blow.
Spakow!
Now here, I actually didn't like it. I did like this whole sequence, but the fact that Batman knocks him out here, I felt made Batman appear weaker.
What?
Because the guy is beat. And I kind of would have liked to have seen him just loom over him. And the guy, like, I can do whatever I want. But, like, I'm so in charge, I don't need to prove it by punching you in the face, right? That was my impression.
I look at that panel and see him deliver that haymaker. What's not to like? That absolutely cut the head off the giant. Make sure it's leave no doubt that it's over and done.
I do get, like, we've been leading up to this whole thing. Yeah. Batman's like encountered some obstacles, and like you finally want to get that climactic, final blow kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I get that, like, fans would have been upset with the way that I did it, that I would do it.
Well, you never know.
Have him I would say, like, he looms over him and says something cool that shows just how, like, this is how good I am. I don't even need to show you that I'm better than you physically. I've just completely beaten you.
Well, there's probably a lot of readers who would agree with you, but I just think that panel's terrific, and that's a great way to wrap it up, I think. The finality of it.
Anyway, he hands over the Ratcatcher to the police. He takes off into the night, and then a rat sneaks at him, and he's like, nope, one rat fight tonight's more than enough.
You know what's ironic about this to me? In Batman Year One, there was a point where he was surrounded by the police, he was wounded, and so he used like a subsonic or a ultrasonic signal to call a bunch of bats to come and bail him out. And it worked out. Like a big, huge cloud of them came in, and he was able to escape in the confusion because of the limited visibility.
Yeah. So I guess, like, the Ratcatcher's got a similar gimmick.
Right.
And I guess a bat and a rat are both rodents.
Right. I've heard that. Actually, I think it was one of the Batman movies that contradicted that. So why should I give them any credence?
So for me, this is pretty much like the kind of comic that I reach for. This is the kind of thing I like. It's got a little bit of horror, you know. Engages the senses, which makes it immersive. Even though like it's all gross stuff, and it's in the sewers, which is a mythic location, you know, because we don't know what goes on in the sewers. So like kind of anything could go on in the sewers.
Mm-hmm.
So suspension of disbelief there. It is a fantastical location.
And it's kind of got an underworld connotation, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I love the concept of the Ratcatcher. I like his costume. I like the way he looks.
Yeah.
This is like people say like, okay, your character has to have a noticeable silhouette, but it's not just silhouette. It's what you can do with the costume, like with light. So this is not his silhouette, but this feature here tells you he's the Ratcatcher. It's not like silhouette's not necessarily just outline.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So you black him out. What can you? What features of his costume can you use to make him instantly recognizable?
The tube from his protective mask is like the, I don't know, what you call it, iconography?
Yes.
That clues you in as to who he is.
Yes, and the unusual shape of the goggles.
Yeah.
It's and here the eyes of the rats, like kind of resonate with the shape of the goggles.
Unfortunately, the eyes, they're a nice touch, but they kind of remind me of those old Scooby-Doo cartoons.
Okay. I didn't watch those too much.
No.
We weren't allowed them because there were ghosts in the Scooby-Doo.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's the devil. Like you said, it's like a Monty Python leap of reason.
Well, yeah. Well, my own mother went through a phase like that, so I get it.
Yeah. They were doing their best. Alan Grant, I've read some of his stuff, and if I see an Alan Grant book, I'll at least consider buying it in the back issue bin, because I find like the way he writes is really appeals to me.
Yeah, so I had forgotten all about these episodes, even though I own them, and totally forgot about them until, you said, let's talk about these two issues. And having just skimmed over, I'm definitely going to actually sit down and give it the time to read thoroughly. From what I see here, I'd like to see more from this team.
Yeah. Well, there is more if you look later in the 580 something. There's more Norm Brayfogle. Starlin. Here, Wagner, Grant, Brayfogle here, 587. And this one was fun too. I almost picked this one, but the fact that the 585 and 586 had like a villain instead of a generalized threat as in this one.
I was just going to ask you who's the villain here. Yeah,
there isn't really one.
I got you.
Except right at the end,
they
introduce one.
Okay.
But he's not as good as Ratcatcher. But I still like these two issues. It's an escapee from prison, chemical accident, and becomes like the corrosive man.
Oh, okay. Anything you touch is I'll tell you what I don't like about this, what I've seen so far, is I think they went too far with, in a couple of those low angle shots, they made his jaw take up like 2/3 of his head, similar to how they were doing in the Golden and Silver Age when Bob Kane was still illustrating.
Right. There's a bit of a rough.
Right there,
rough
see
shot
that?
here.
Good Lord.
It's a bit,
What were they thinking?
well, they were probably thinking, I got a deadline to make.
Yeah. Yeah. And now I understand a lot better now how difficult it is to make comics.
Yeah. Yeah, like I went to the store the other day and the shop owner is like, this, oh, look at this, the cover of Spider-Man. Oh, the foot, it's all wrong, like it's terrible. And I was like, I don't really want to say anything mean about this artist, like it's just,
Yeah.
I know it's hard to draw, and I don't like doing that anymore, like now that I've drawn a lot, I'd rather try to find
Yeah. I hear you for sure.
once in a while I'll see something that's like really strikes me as off, and I'll notice it, but yeah, it's like, what do you say? People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
But I'm kind of protected because I'm not known as an illustrator, so I can badmouth anyone I want.
That'll be your job on the podcast. Like
Okay.
you can talk about the art. I'll crap on writers. So that's Detective 585, 586.
The Ratcatcher.
A lot of the appeal is the covers. Great covers.
I think it's great panel work too.
Yeah, the whole thing. This is straightforward. Nothing, no weird messages. Just like it's a villain and he does a bad thing and Batman stops him. Right? It's just great stuff.
Yeah. That's something about, well, especially readers now, the younger readers now, I think it seems like what I seem to be learning is that they like simple, straightforward stories. They're not as interested in the complexity and the nuance as, the audience was maybe 20 years ago.
Could be. And, a lot of this collected edition has Jim Aparo work, and you compare it to, this style, more scraggly, more grit, more noise, more texture. Whereas this, to me, it's all very well drawn and everything, but it's so normal looking,
Normal in what way?
I don't know. It just feels like this is, just off the menu. It's very regular, correct. It's I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it's taking chances. It just doesn't feel like passionate.
Really? Okay.
Feels correct. Whereas I see this and it's like, I don't know, it just feels more playful, and
They are playing with the conventions here, for sure.
yeah. I feel like this artist maybe has more to prove than this, established artist, It's very house style looking to me, right?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I don't know,
Well, maybe
it's not bad or anything. I read comics and I like them, but when I see this, this is attractive, and
Okay.
yeah.
It could be that this artist here has advanced to the point where he's bored by the the traditional, more straightforward, safe layouts, and he just wants to experiment. Hard to say. I can't really get into his mind just from looking at his art.
This is the energy of the line, as opposed like to the control of the line here.
Well, this has definitely got energy, yeah.
As opposed to like everything's very, disciplined, thick to thin brushwork for the ink. This is like,
I see
trust more. There's an anger to it or something.
I see truth in what you're saying. It's just, I guess it doesn't jump out to me like it does to you. My visual orientation has faded quite a bit since I stopped drawing.
Could be. Yeah, like it makes sense that I'm, specifically paying attention to those kinds of things, considering that I'm neck deep in
you're
drawing.
Very you're learning the language, or have learned the language of composition and flow, I guess you'd call it. The way the shapes flow in certain directions. Yeah,
and but like for writing, it's not like where I'm the strongest, like there's movies that I've watched like 10 times, and I watch it the 11th time, and the twist still surprises me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, that's so cool. It's not the thing that like sticks in my memory.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I do get a lot of mileage out of movies.
Yeah, you get to enjoy it twice.
Yeah.
As if it's your first time.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us on this Comics Odyssey one more time. Appreciate your support, watching. I'm no longer on YouTube. You'll see if you go to my YouTube, there's a video like pinned to my homepage explaining I'm not on YouTube anymore. It's just Substack. The YouTube videos are gonna automatically upload to YouTube via Substack, but I'm not going to be checking any comments or anything like that. So Substack's where it's at. It's a newsletter. We have chat threads there with interesting discussions. I'm sure that you're bored with the same old types of discussions in the YouTube comments that don't go anywhere. So come over to Substack and give us a try. When you subscribe, all the videos go to your email. You never miss one. And we got a really good crew of people here that really love comics and have interesting comments about them. So come over and check us out over there. And see you in the next one. God bless.
So long, everyone.